Hey, hello, hello.
Hello.
Alright, aware naman ako sa preparations.
Yeah.
But as you mentioned earlier, you were preparing as early as February. A lot of folks here are asking kung hindi ka man manalo or manalo ka man sa Miss Grand or sa ibang title, how will you do it? Like, ilang araw lang yung pagitan, may mga clothes ka na ba na naka-ready? May natcos ka ba na naka-ready? O magic yan?
Yes. I'm actually very thankful because I have Sir Patrick Henry with me. He has always been supportive of me. Kung sasabihin ko, Sir, sorry, I need the dress tomorrow that's this color or that color, he provides it all. And going into the pageant on the national stage, I already have a mindset, no, I'm going international. So now, up until the end of the Miss Grand International, hopefully, I know that I already have prepared for it. And I'm ready, I'm determined. As what I said, that I trained so hard, I poured my heart out in pasarela, styling, Q&A. That's every single day. And I'm really thankful that I solely have eyes on the Miss Grand Philippines stage because I already finished my postgraduate medical internship just last month. And that has gave me a time to solely focus my whole attention on Miss Grand.
Jay, meron akong follow-up question on this. So, a lot of people are also wondering, of course, when you join a pageant,
Yes.
usually dapat mas maaga-aga yung age.
Mhm.
Binabantayan namin as early as 19,
Yes.
20, 21. So, people are wondering with your caliber, with,
Yes.
I suppose, the budget as well that's bestowed on you,
Yes.
and the preparations and everything na na-observe mo, bakit ngayon ka lang nagpa-pageant for us at this age? Kung
Yes.
sana ito yung tipo ng preparation na kailangan namin sa ibang pageants when you were a bit younger.
Yes. Actually, just a little side note. When I was 4 years old, yun yung unang pageant ko. But it's a school pageant. So, I was exposed to that. Nung 4 years old daw ako, sabi ko, Ma, parang gusto ko siyang ituloy sa national stage. But what my mom told me is, I need to have that formal education for my cause. That's why I first finished my licensed psychometrician. I finished Doctor of Medicine first before entering the stage because when I would enter the national stage, I want to have the proper knowledge, the proper education for it because I know that the national stage makes you have a grand platform, a wide and expansive reach. That's why I want my cause to be heard on the national stage. But before doing that, I want to have proper special knowledge about it. That's why I finished my Doctor of Medicine degree. And also, I take one step at a time. I prioritize one step at a time because I want to do best in every endeavor that I do. That's why inuna ko yung Doctor of Medicine, so nakuha ko na siya. And now, solely focusing on the Miss Grand Philippines, I will give my all for that golden crown. Thank you.
Salamat, Jay.
Thank you, Tita. Now, question 42, Bobby. Walang mic.
Walang mic. Hi, good afternoon.
Hello.
Okay, you were in Miss Manila pageant. So, what were some of your learnings, realizations competing for Miss Manila?
Well, for Miss Manila kasi, that was really a stepping stone for me. But one of my learnings is that you should have a certain branding, like a certain style. Kasi not all styles would fit you. And I feel that's the most important factor because aside from the personality, aside from the sisterhood, I think that how you present yourself in front of the stage and even at the backstage would say what you really are. So I'm really thankful that I had Miss Manila because also I got to know my sisters, my very supportive sisters, and I have worked with a lot of designers and stylists, and then I saw na parang, oh, this is my style. So the style that I feel my contentment with is what I brought to the Miss Grand stage.
Okay, last question. Okay, in relation to Miss Grand Philippines, peace is a big word, but how would you define peace in your own words?
Okay. So peace for me is loving yourself unconditionally with unwavering altruism. I feel that peace comes from within. So when we say that, we need to be confident in ourselves, but of course it's a work in progress. When we say peace in ourselves, sometimes we think of conflict, right? We think of problems. But when we face that, we are assured if we know that we are confident in ourselves, especially now. There are so many atrocities, and honestly, if I could eradicate them all, I would. But at the end of the day, if we hear bad things coming from the outside source, and if it doesn't get to you, then I know that you have peace within, and that for me is peace.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next question is from Sir Ronald from Tech PH.
Yes, hello. Kanina nabanggit mo your psychometrician.
Yes.
diba? And aware tayo na nowadays medyo mataas ang suicide rate, di ba? What do you think is the best thing to manage this? Or ano yung pwede mong advice sa mga young women and young people ngayon na dumadaan sa mga mental struggles?
You know, it really saddens me that up until now, there's this certain stigma that if you have a certain mental health issue, you're labeled as someone who's crazy, someone who's baliw, which is definitely not the case. So for me, the other party or other individuals think that when you seek professional help, it means you're labeled as that certain stigma. So I'm here telling you that one of the most important things is to seek professional help, coming a professional itself, because I understand that it's nice if you have comfort, if you have support to other people, if you can talk to your family, but if you have professional help, that can help you because they already studied so much years of actually bearing that education that they have. They really know how to help you. Especially, you would go to a professional that really has a pure heart to serve, you know. You have to talk to someone that knows exactly how you become better. And of course, it's a journey. It's so difficult. That's one of the most difficult things because mental health is really one of the issues. It goes from years, decades even. And the one thing that I want all of you to know is it's okay, don't be shy. We have even suicide hotlines that if you have certain thoughts about it, or suicide ideation about it, you can call someone. It's just really easy. That's 24/7. And aside from that, you can talk to me. Ako, alam ng mga fans yan, or alam ng mga friends and supporters natin na if they message me, I reply right away. Kahit pagod ako, kahit tulog ako, I will always make time for you. And sana ma-inspire din yung other mental health professionals to also give their services to the underserved Filipino community, to the marginalized, kasi that's the people who needs it the most because they don't have the financial capability to. Thank you.
Yes, and for my last question, aside from your journey in pageantry and you being a doctor, ano pa yung plano mo? Like, do you plan into going to show business or being an actress?
Actually, as some of you know, I'm a social media influencer for about 5 years now. I've been working it with actually in med school. So I'm very used to that area. And aside from that, I'm a print and commercial model. So with regards to being an actress, I know that I can wear many hats. I know that I'm versatile enough to have different fields that I can do my best in. So, if given the chance na I can be an actress, especially I can work with Sir ALV, I would really love that. And of course, I would give my all because as what I've said that I always give my everything and all of my energy if you gave me the opportunity to. And I know na hindi ko kayo mapapahiya. So, yun kung if pala rin, I get to work with Sir ALB, I would really grab that opportunity as well.
Si Arnold?
Yes.
Why bakit special mention mo si Arnold?
ALB, opo, kasi for me, the ALB pageant, the ALB is already, you know, a known brand. Aside from Creative Den, of course, I'm really part of Creative Den. So I I know that they would give me opportunities and they would give me hosting gigs, and of course that's why also I entered into Miss Grand as well, because there might be opportunities for me. But of course, I'm really thankful for Creative Them because they have given me a platform and a stepping stone, and I won't leave them. But I know that I can do co-management and everything, yeah.
Last na lang, dream leading man.
Actually po, medyo feeling ko mahilig ako sa action. So sana po si Coco Martin. Gusto ko po yung may fighting scenes, ganun. Very fierce, bold, and really has something to do with the community. Yeah.
Thank you and
Thank you.
Adam.
Hi, Jubilee. What's your name again?
Jay.
Jay.
Yes, ma'am.
It's my first time to meet you. I wasn't able to follow your journey in your previous pageant. So now that I'm seeing you face to face, I'm zeroing on your work as a social media influencer, and
Yes.
you've been very vocal about it. And let's face it, you're joining a pageant that is quite divisive for the Filipino pageant fans. So I want to ask, being a social media influencer yourself, how would you use your knowledge or expertise in bridging the gap between the Filipino pageant fans and the international pageant organization itself?
Okay. So, being a social media content creator, of course, you have a platform, a really big platform that would reach a lot of people. So, first and foremost, I want to have a voice. Because I feel that the reason why there's so much scrutiny with Miss Grand is some of the fans are saddened by the news that there's still not a Filipino who would win the Golden Crown. But I would like to take note that other countries are preparing to, and as much as I would love the Philippines, it's really difficult to win an international crown. So for me, I would talk about how being supportive of the Filipino pageant girls can make. These beauty queens have already practiced so much. They really try to give their time, their effort, and everything else for that pageant. So for me, don't lose hope, guys. There's always next year, but of course, hopefully this year we would get the Golden Crown already.
Why do you think is that so? Na parang we bash the pageant, pero Filipino fans, from your perspective,
Yes.
I just wanna ask
Yeah.
your opinion. Why do you think that despite the bashing, Filipino fans still love watching the pageant, or would still, take their time to take a peek of what's
Yeah.
going on?
Because it's a unique platform. We know that they talk about wars and violence, but one of the things that you can see on the stage is the energy. You always know that some people, or some beauty queens would actually go beyond what they do to perform well on the Miss Grand stage. And when you see the stage itself, it's so endearing. Ang ganda. Especially now, we have 2 places in Miss Grand International, right? It's not only one place, so that has a little bit of more dynamic in it. There's a spice in it. So that's one of the pageants I feel that is really prestigious here. And of course, for me, if I win, I will do my best to sustain the Miss Grand organization here in the Philippines because I believe I'm capable for it. Because when we're looking for a Miss Grand, for me, it's actually someone who's mature, someone who's independent, and someone who's capable in all forms. And I believe I also have that aspect as well.
Can I ask more questions?
Sige po.
Since we're talking about Miss Grand, kasi let's face it, your batch has a very unique timeline. Because you'll only be competing for a week, tapos the eventual winner will be leaving in a few days. So, and we all know naman na Miss Grand is all about paandars and pasabog. So, I wonder, from a contestant like you joining, yung iniisip mo bang paandar ngayon, yung
Iniisipan mo, Ada.
yung paandar or pasabog na iniisip mo ngayon, ilalabas mo na ba yan sa nationals pa lang? Or parang would you reserve it for the international, assuming you end up representing our country? Or is there enough pasapogs talaga in between the time frame between your crowning moment in the nationals and your preparation or your journey to Cambodia and Thailand?
Of course, I would give my all on the Miss Grand Philippines stage, but there are certain aspects that we are reserving on the international scene. I don't want to reveal details yet because I know kayong ma-spoil, but the new J. Acosta is someone who's fierce, someone who's bold, but still has the sophistication. I feel a classy J. Acosta is what you saw in Miss Manila, but I'm greater. There's some fine-tuning that I did, but I don't want to spoil any details, but I know that akala niyo siguro yun na yung pasabog ko on the national stage, but I have more to give on the international stage, and I'm really thankful for my team who helped me achieve this.
Who's your favorite Miss Grand Philippines title holder?
It's a tough question, because I believe that all Miss Grand Philippines brought pride and honor to the stage, but personally, aside from that, they also say, like some people say, I kind of resemble her, and that's Samantha Bernardo. Mainly because she has that unconventional side. Gusto ko din yun. May papakitang kakaiba sa national and international stage. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, po.
Genre